Hey YouTube, Kira Toy here, bringing you guys my Cyber Angel Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile for April 2018. This is all thanks to my girlfriend Marissa, who let me use her deck for the profile. It's actually pretty cool. I wanted to bring you guys a pure version of the Cyber Angel deck because a lot of the versions that I see out online are basically the ones that are mixed with either the Star Seraphs or, other additional support. But this fully focuses on the Cyber Angel build, in a sense, making full use of the ritual monsters, which is some of the other backup ritual support, but really no other monsters besides the Cyber Angel monsters are included for this deck profile. So let's go ahead and get started. So to start off, for the ritual monsters, 3 Cyber Angel Ben 10. With this one, you can ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual. If this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original defense in the graveyard. And if this card is tributed, you can add 1 light fairy type monster from your deck to your hand. So what's really good about this card is the tribute effect. She has a great burn damage effect as well when you get her out. Her one weakness being that, she's only 1800 attack, obviously, but the fact that you can search out cards like Honest or other fairy type monsters to use with the deck for resources to kind of make up for the tribute for the whole ritual definitely helps for some of your other ritual monsters that you go for. And I also run 3 Cyber Angel Dakini. This is kind of the bigger Cyber Angel for the deck. It's a level 8, but you can ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual. If this card is ritual summoned, you can make your opponent send 1 monster they control to the graveyard, their choice. And if a ritual monster you control attacks a defense monster, you inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. And once per turn during end phase, you can target 1 ritual monster or Machine Angel Ritual in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So kind of a bigger cost for the ritual summon, but it's not really that important. Once you get her out, the send effect is very powerful because it sends. So if your opponent has any destruction effects for their monsters, it's not going to go off since it was a send effect that happened. The piercing is also very strong for when you have multiple ritual monsters out on the field, especially if you can get Benton out as well to use with that ability. And the recycle effect for her during the end phase for the monster or ritual can help come next turn if you want to go into another ritual summon. And 2700 attack, you really can't go wrong with those stats either. And lastly, for the ritual monsters, 2 Cyber Angel Idotin. You can ritual summon this card once again with Machine Angel Ritual, and if this card is ritual summoned, you can add 1 ritual spell card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If this card is tributed, you can make all ritual monsters you control gain 1000 attack and defense. So that makes up for the Benton play if you go in reverse. Since Idotin and Benton are both basically level 6 monsters, you can use them back and forth for their ritual summons. Idotin for Benton means you're getting the the 2800 Benton on the field, and if you use Benton for Idotin, you're searching out for something to at least make Idotin a little more strong in that sense. And the add spell card effect as well helps, just for like kind of a reverse search off of Benton and spell card add. Can't go wrong. It just basically depends on what you want to do for that play at that moment. And then for the ritual monsters, I run 3 Cyber Petite Angel. If this card is summoned, you can add 1 Cyber Angel monster or Machine Angel Ritual from your deck to your hand. You can only use the effect of Cyber Petite Angel once per turn. So with this card and one of your level 6 ritual monsters, you're basically all set up for the ritual for Dakini. So as long as you have these on the field, you're ready for that ritual summon. And getting out her is, like I said, your big ritual play to do for the deck, since she has the best effects of them all for offensive plays. And I also run 2 Cyber Tutu Bond. You can special summon this card from your hand by tributing 1 warrior or fairy type monster from your hand or field. If this card is tributed for a ritual summon, you could target 1 ritual spell in your graveyard, add back to your hand. So another easy special summon to make use of, and the add back effect just helps for all the recycling you do total with the deck. And it works as once again with Benton, since Benton just has to be tributed to get that effect off, and tributing from the hand means you can make use of the Benton with Cyber Tutu Bond as well. Just one thing to remember is she is an earth monster for some reason, so the light effects of Honest won't work on her. So if you keep her out in attack mode, she'll definitely be one of those big targets for your opponent to go after and not have to fear the Honest. And also I run 3 Manju of the 10,000 hands, just for more search. Great normal summon for sure as well, along with Cyber Petite Angel to grab what you need for your ritual summons. Definitely a 3 of in the deck. And also 2 Honests. Now, I was working between 2 and 3, but 2 is good because it is searchable with the Ben 10. Opening up too many of these means you'll just be playing a defensive Honest game, and you won't be really able to make use of your Cyber Ritual cards until you draw into them. But 2 seems fine since you won't be drawing it as much. And just for a little backup support, 2 Ghost Ogre. This can be an Ash if you want, but more budget play calls for the Ghost Ogre. Just for good hand traps to rely on, to hold on to, plus the fact that it's a tuner mean you can also use it for synchro plays as well. Can't really go wrong there. And that's it for the monsters. Pretty basic lineup. Everything works well together for the search and summon and just, hand trap play. For the spell cards, I run 3 Machine Angel Ritual. With this card, if this card can be used to ritual summon any Cyber Angel Ritual monster, you must also tribute monsters from your hand or field whose total level equals or exceed the level of the ritual monster you ritual summon. If a light monster you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect while this card's in your graveyard, you can banish this card instead. So awesome protection for your Cyber Angels on the field. Having this card in your graveyard after that means you basically have a 1-card protection. For one time it would be destroyed, so you have kind of like a second backup option if you don't have the Honest when they swing into it, or they use like a card effect. You have this card in the graveyard to rely on. And also 3 Machine Angel Absolute Ritual. Now, I run 3 and 3 just because I find it to be the most consistent with your ritual monsters, searching those out with Manju, having Cyber Petite. You'll always, hopefully most of the time, have at least one of these in your hand to search for. And with this one, this card can be used to ritual summon any Cyber Angel ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field and or shuffle fairy or warrior monsters from your graveyard to the deck whose level equal exactly the level of the ritual monster you ritual summon. So that's the one thing to make sure of with this. You have the level 2 Cyber Petite and plenty of level 4s in the deck. So, or you even have the level 6s and the 2s to go into Daikini. So that's the one thing to be sure of with this deck. But the fact that it makes use of the graveyard as well means that you have that backup option to go for with this card. I got so confused when I first saw them. They look so similar to each other. It's just she's turned around in the one card, but very, very good to run, that is for sure. And I also run 3 Ritual Sanctuary, awesome field spell to run. You can discard 1 spell card, add 1 light ritual monster or ritual spell card from your deck to your hand. You can shuffle any number of spell cards from your graveyard into the deck, then target 1 light fairy monster in your graveyard whose level equals the number of cards you shuffled into the deck, special summon it. You can only use each effect of Ritual Sanctuary once per turn. So with Cyber Petite Angel's effect being a summon effect to add, make really good use of that with this card, since it's only a level 2 monster and you can get those plays off and searches off quite easily with that field spell. Plus 2 Terraforming. Now I like running those numbers just because you already have the Ritual Sanctuary on the field and you draw any additional ones of these. You can still discard them for the effect of Ritual Sanctuary to search out cards you need for the deck. It's too good not to run in the deck. And lastly, for the ritual lineup for the spell cards, 3 Preparation of Rites. You add 1 level 7 or lower ritual monster from your deck to your hand. Then you can add 1 ritual spell card from your graveyard to your hand. So if you make use of the search with this and you drop 1 of your Machine Angel cards into the graveyard, add it back. Also search out Idaten or Benton with this card, a 3 of must. And also for generic, 1 Monster Reborn, special summon backstards, like I said, that you can make use of again. Now for spell popping, a mix between MST or Twin Twister. I might swing more for the Twin Twister. That's why I have 1 of each in here. It's more of the player preference to decide what you want. But 2 Twin Twister does sound the best, but if you don't have the Twin Twisters, 2 MST or 2 of the Cyclone also come in handy as well. It's more of what the player wants to do, but Twin Twister with the graveyard really does not minus you at all, since you can make use of it in other ways. And also 1 Regeki to finish up the spell lineup. Get out your big monsters and take care of any of your opponent's pesky monsters. And for the traps, I only run 2 Quaking Mirror Force. Now, I like this card mostly because with Daikini's piercing effect, if you use this and set all their monsters, you can really go big on the next turn for swinging into their monsters, depending on if it may be a big attack point monster with low defense that you took care of. It's just that one card tech that always does come in handy for me with this deck. And that is it for the main deck. We'll move on to the extra. I want to run 1 Star Liege Paladynamo for the Manjus. You do have Exceed options with them. So for that, the Paladynamo, the Tornado Dragon, and the Baguska. For your rank 6 plays, I run 1 M7, 1 Strike Bouncer, and 1 Utopia Beyond. And for the very rare chances that you do have 2 Daikinis and you just need more options, 1 number 23 Lancelot. Does happen sometimes, not as often, but I like to have that option in here. For the Synchros with the Ghost Ogres, we have plenty of options with them being level 2s. With them, I have the Scrap Dragon and Black Rose, Moonlit Dragon, and Black Rose Dragon, just for level 4 and 5 options with the 2 Tubans and these cards on the field. I had an Armades, just lent it out, so that's what I'm proxying here. This can actually be an Omega as well for your level 4 Synchros, or it can be just another level 5 option to work with the Cyber Petite Angel as well, Armades, Catastor, whatever you want to mix around with that. And then for the Link monsters, 1 Topologic Bomber Dragon and 1 Borreload for the big Link 4s. And also 1 Decode Talker and 1 Underclock Taker to finish up the Link monsters that you can run pretty successfully in this deck. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Once again, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, Kira Twig out.